Hello guys, it's Revolution. Super Dragon Ball Heroes episode 16 has just dropped, and damn, Hearts just shown up in a big way. If you haven't seen episode 16 yet guys, this video will contain spoilers. I do heavily recommend you pause this video and go watch the episode first. You have been warned. Anyway, Sage of the Six Paths Hearts literally just walloped Mecha Merge Zamasu, or just Merge Zamasu, whatever you want to call him, from the Super Dragon Ball Heroes verse, in spectacular fashion. So guys, Hearts has finally completed the Universal Seed, and he has drawn out the power of that seed and invested it into himself. And he has this golden glow that you can see on your screen right now. It looks heavily like Sage of the Six Paths Naruto. Of course, not exactly the same, but it definitely has that vibe. You can tell that Super Dragon Ball Heroes, the promotional anime, or at least this arc in general, has been inspired by events in Naruto. Of course, Heart's main ability looks incredibly like Inoki's ability from Naruto as well. But a very interesting thing happened in this episode, guys. Merged Zamasu came back. He was whooping candy ass all over the place. Actually, hold on a minute. Just before I continue, there's been many out there, including big power scalers, who believe that you can use Dragon Ball Heroes to use as a power scaling method to find out how they rate the Dragon Ball Super characters amongst each other. Well, by this means, Merge Zamasu's immortality type surpasses the raw power of a post-tournament of power Goku, Vegeta, 17, even Jiren. This is the second time Jiren has been unable to take out Merge Zamasu's immortality on his own, even though we heard from the narrative itself in Super Dragon Ball Heroes that Merge Zamasu confessed Jiren's power is amazing, but it means nothing compared to his immortality. This suggests, as I've mentioned before, that Merge Zamasu's immortality is an equalizer. We saw in episode 66 of Dragon Ball Super the powerful Vegito Blue, whom could not override Merge Zamasu's immortality despite an immense power advantage. The same has been suggested of Jiren in Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Look guys, I'm not the one that uses heroes to scale Dragon Ball Super, but if you're one of those people, take a good hard look at yourself. Anyway, rant over. Jiren turns up like a motherfucker in the most badass fashion going and wallops Merge Zamasu. Of course, he starts throwing those blasts at Merge Zamasu. Merge Zamasu gets out his key swords and swats Jiren's attacks aside. Then a moment later, another badass motherfucker turns up, the legendary assassin Hit. He traps Merge Zamasu in his time. Merge Zamasu is struggling to get out of it, but of course, it ends up being that all three Goku, Hit, and Jiren attack Merge Zamasu at the same time, but that's when it all goes wrong. The Universal Seed pulls his key, and out comes the ultimate God Slayer, Sage of the Six Paths, Hearts. Now guys, we often talk about characters getting one-shotted by another, and it very rarely happens, especially in Dragon Ball. But I've got to say, Merge Zamasu, my favourite villain, gets absolutely washed in one shot by Ultimate God Slayer Hearts. He doesn't even need to kill the immortal Merge Zamasu, but in one shot, he completely overrides Zamasu's immortality. Guys, that is power. And guys, this motherfucker Hearts doesn't just look like Sage of the Six Paths Naruto. Of course, he has to keep his shades on, but he also has these orbs behind him that look like the True Seeker orbs. Of course, they're a different colour, but they seem like a very similar concept. But guys, whilst I've been heavily critical of Super Dragon Ball Heroes, even though I've appreciated it as a potential bridge from the end of Dragon Ball Super to Dragon Ball Super 2, Super if it ever comes out, Super Dragon Ball Heroes does have nice moments. Of course, it is just a promotional anime, and we shouldn't expect too much of it. But like I said, it does have its nice moments. It has been getting better and better. Not quite Dragon Ball Super quality, but it has been getting better. But what I really enjoyed of this episode was seeing the three major villains of Dragon Ball Super. Of course, you could say villains. Jiren and Hit are really only antagonists. That's why they're fighting with Goku in this. And I think that really embellishes the fact that it was actually Merge Zamasu really that was the true villain of Dragon Ball Super. Of course, Beerus is just a god of destruction doing his job, and of course Frieza's evil as well, but you know, he originated in Dragon Ball Z, of course. So for me personally, it was really nice seeing these three interact with each other, because I liked all three antagonists, believe it or not. Merge Zamasu was probably my pick of the three, but I do like Jiren, I do like Hit, and I do want to see more of them in the future of a future Dragon Ball series or franchise. And then of course there's that motherfucking strategic genius, the champion of the multiverse, the MVP, Android 17, just knocking about in the background. He didn't really do a lot in this episode. He hasn't actually done that much in Heroes yet. I want to see him do something else. He's probably going to do some strategic move that ignites everybody. All jokes aside, I think that him, the former strategic genius Piccolo, and Future Trunks are just background characters at this point. But where the fuck is Gohan? Even Dragon Ball Heroes won't use Gohan. But guys, Sage of the Six Paths Hearts literally just smoked Merge Zamasu. It seems like it's going to be Goku, Jiren, Hit, Vegeta, 17, Future Trunks, and Piccolo against the Godslayer Hearts. Though we did see the Grand Priest of all people, the Daishinkan himself, looking rattled by the appearance of Sage of the Six Paths Hearts. Hearts didn't even have to kill Merge Zamasu, guys. Merge Zamasu was literally cheerleading Hearts during this episode. But, you know, he thought, this guy's a god, let me demonstrate my power. And he ignited Merge Zamasu. The point is, guys, the ultimate Godslayer Hearts has rattled the Grand Priest. Therefore, you have to believe that he is genuinely a threat to the Omni King Zeno. Of course, will he get to the Omni King Zeno? Will the heroes get together and stop him? I do believe Goku, Jiren and Hit will all get defeated in the next episode. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully we'll see Awakened Jiren. Hopefully we'll see Ultra Instinct Goku. And hopefully we'll see Hit pull some crazy time manipulating ability out the bag. Though the thing that I'm starting to wonder is, now the Grand Priest has shown his concern about the power that Hearts possesses, is that whether or not the gods of destructions or the angels will get involved before he can possibly get anywhere close to Zeno. How cool will it be seeing Whis fight? Even though it's not a canon version of Whis, I guess you could say, it would definitely be cool to see Whis fight, or even Beerus fight at full power alongside Goku, Jiren, etc. I do not believe we'll see Broly in this, or even Golden Frieza, and we certainly won't see Gogeta, simply because of their involvement in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. But going back to the Naruto references, Hearts seem to possess some sort of particle mass manipulation abilities. Whilst not exactly the same, it does seem to represent Anoki's particle style. And I'm going to make a prediction. I expect those green orbs behind him to be what ultimately is the threat to even the Omni King Zeno. I believe they'll probably be like the true Seeking Orbs, and they can erase whatever's in their way, even the Omni King himself. But it's definitely going to be interesting. And of course, guys, I know it isn't really the same ability as Sage of the Six Paths. That is exclusive to the Naruto verse, but it does definitely resemble Sage of the Six Paths Naruto with the true Seeking Orbs behind him. Basically, if the author of Naruto decided to create a Dragon Ball character, Masashi Kishimoto, it will probably look like Hearts. But just before I wrap up this video, it's definitely going to be interesting to know exactly what Heart's motive is and why exactly he wants revenge on the Omni King Zeno. Where did he come from, and what did Zeno do to Hearts to drive him to this extreme? Of course, he's gone through quite a lot just to get to this place. He's had to acquire villainous characters like Merge Zamasu and Kumba, which raises another question. Where is Golden Metacooler at right now? He just absolutely destroyed Super Saiyan 3 Kumba. And then of course there's Fu. Where is Fu at? What does he make of Sage of the Six Paths Hearts? I'm just kidding. Anyway guys, I want to know your theories. Let me know them down in the comments. Where is this story going? What are your predictions? I look forward to reading them. A fun episode. Of course, there's not a lot of layers to this story in Super Dragon Ball Heroes, but I don't expect that anymore. I didn't expect too much of Super Dragon Ball Heroes, a promotional anime in the first place. But heed this warning. Use Super Dragon Ball Heroes to scale Dragon Ball Super at your peril. Of course, if you're not subscribed, please do make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button next to it with all notifications on to be notified when I release new content. Keep smashing that like button, keep lending the Daishinkan your energy. Until next time, Ad Astra.